Okay, I'm going to continue reading Deuteronomy 28. I stopped reading at 46, verse 46. I want you to continue to read along with me. It's very important. Now I'm going to continue to read them at 47. Excuse me. Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyful and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things. I'm going to go back up to 46, verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. Those are the curses that's put upon us. All right. I read all those curses down to you. No, I did not break them all down. I want you to study. I want you to read the verses. Take your time and pay attention. All right, when you're reading these verses, when you're reading this scripture, Deuteronomy 28 is very important. I'm talking about the curses, not the blessings. All right, we need to know, we need to understand. Like I say, a lot of us isn't going to understand, but to answer your question is right here in the Bible. It's right here in the pages of Deuteronomy 28. All right, and I'm going to continue to read. Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. Now, remind you, we didn't speak English. We spoke in Hebrew. That's why we're Hebrew. All right. Hebrew, that's our language. That's what we used to speak. All right. And 50, verse 50, a nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young. And he shall eat the fruit of thy cattle and the fruit of thy land until thou be destroyed, which also shall not leave thee either corn, wine, or oil, or the increase of thy kind, or flocks of thy sheep, until he have destroyed thee. And he shall besiege thee in all thy gates until thy high and fenced walls come down, wherein thou trustedest throughout all thy land. And he shall besiege thee in all thy gates throughout all thy land, which the Lord thy God hath given thee. Okay? And thou shalt eat the fruit of thy own body, the flesh of thy sons and of thy daughters, which the Lord thy God hath given thee in the siege and in the straitness wherewith thy enemies shall distress thee. All right. These are the curses. Now, listen to this. This is our Father. This is the Most High doing this. No devil. There is no one else but the Most High is doing this. He put these curses on us. So listen. Verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave, so that he will not give to any of them of the flesh of his children whom he shall eat, because he hath nothing left him in the siege and in the straitness wherewith thine enemies shall distress thee in all thy gates, the tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness, her eyes shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom, and toward her son, and toward her daughter, and toward her young one that cometh out from between her feet, and toward her children which she shall bear. For she shall eat them for want of all things secretly in the siege and straightness. All right. Excuse the noise in the background, it's outside. So I'm going to continue to read this. Wherewith thy enemy shall distress thee in thy gates, if thou wilt not observe to do all the words of this law that are written in this book, that thou mayest fear this glorious and fearful name, the Lord thy God. All right. Then the Lord, I'm going to say the Most High, because then the Most High will make thy plagues wonderful, and the plagues of thy seed, even great plagues and of long countenance, and sore sicknesses and of long countenance. Moreover, he will bring upon thee all the diseases of Egypt, which thou wast afraid of, and they shall cleave unto thee. Also, you hear that? That was 60.